permanent member of the UN Security Council. We have no veto power. But of course, as a rotating member of the UN Security Council every now and then, because apart from the 5 permanent members, smaller nations are allowed to take part in the deliberations. We need to support all resolutions that call for a two-state solution to the crisis. And I think Ghana's position since the time of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah has been quite clear that freedom and justice need to be served. So for me, across all regimes, Jerry Rawlings was quite supportive during the time of Yasser Arafat in, asking for peace in the region. Former President J. Kufuor was instrumental, and then we saw the efforts Prof. Mills and John Dramani Mahama, and now His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And fortunately, our president is a chair of ECOWAS. So a statement coming from Ghana asking for not only, blanket statements of, okay, we'll stop bombing people, just to start again after 3 years or 4 years or 5 years. There needs to be something concrete. There needs to be something permanent. And I believe Ghana can add her voice to the voices of conscience and morality around the world, calling for a permanent resolution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, which sadly is lopsided against one side. I will tell you this. In Gaza Strip, for example, basic things you can even find on an open market, you can't find. It's hard to buy cement, and it's hard to buy other basic things because there is an accusation that even fertilizer is difficult to get because there's an accusation or allegation that people may use those to make improvised explosives. You see tunnels, you can see cattle, livestock being moved under tunnels just for people to have their daily bread. So the circumstances in the region are quite sad to behold. It's a sad spectacle to behold. Ghanaian children, for example, are at liberty whether to attend a Montessori school or a Saito school. All that your parents need to do is to keep you clean in the morning and give you money for transport. Within an hour or two, you are in school. But in the Palestinian territory, sadly, many checkpoints have been put up. And all of us saw the difficulty in living under lockdown during the height of the pandemic last year. Every few kilometers you moved, there were checkpoints, and you couldn't move easily. We had to live it only during the height of the pandemic. The Palestinian people are living this as a daily reality, and it has to end. And I believe that if voices of conscience, like Ghanaian voices, speak up, we'll be able to resolve this. And again, we saw the role Ghana played in the fight against apartheid in South Africa. We provided the moral support, provided whatever, intellectual or logistical support. In the case of Ghana, we are not asking for anybody to provide logistical support, but voices of conscience have to go out, that human beings cannot be forced to live like animals. Human beings are created free, and Palestinian children need to have access to quality education. Palestinian pregnant women sometimes are forced into labor at a barrier or a checkpoint. Who would want his wife to give birth surrounded by soldiers with guns? The child even gets traumatized. That is the daily reality Palestinians are living in. And I believe the world should be sincere in resolving this issue once and for all.